my love, we almost had it all. You prayed for the storm all your life. It's over and nothing survived. Okay, the rain, watch the love run out of your veins. I watch the blood rolling and tear your hand from mine. I beg that you turn me away. To you there was nothing to say. I beg that you turn me away. To you there was nothing to say.
Hello, welcome back to historical Liverpool and the Betway Premier League. It's time to meet the legend. 6 Premier League titles. He is the record-breaking, history-making, 16 times the champion of the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the former Premier League champion, who is simply known as the Machine, James Wade.
It's an outstanding night of darts here at the Echo Arena. A 9 darts from Adrian Lewis and that 7-4 Big Show for Barney. Don't forget in 2010, in the final, these two smashed in an amazing performance. Taylor got 2 9-darters. Wade lived with him for most of the match. More drama tonight?
Yeah, I think so. And James said on that night, didn't he? Said it took 2 9-darters to beat me. But historically, this fixture has thrown up more draws than any other. They've drawn 6 times, which is quite incredible. Like I said earlier, James hasn't beaten Phil on the Premier League stage since 2009, so he's got some demons to put to bed, and he's playing so inconsistently, and we don't expect that from James. 110 average against Van Gerwen last week, followed by a low 90s against Barney. So we don't really know what we're going to get with James, but with Phil, you kind of know he's going to play decent, because look, we know this is his last year, but it doesn't mean he can't play anymore.
just 8 points for Wade. Needs the points.
Yeah, massively. Loses tonight, you kind of feel that'll be it, because that'll be 12 games with only 4 remaining. The others will pick up points, because that's just the way league systems work. He must win.
Rod Harrington and Rod Study commentators for this one.
Yeah, thank you, Dave. Well, how do you follow that from Adrian Lewis? They had that fantastic final in 2010 that Dave was just talking about there. Can they produce something similar off the back of that wonderful display by Adrian Lewis with the 9-dart leg? Well, if you want 9 darters, Phil Taylor is your man. Over the years, James Wade here badly needs a win, Rod, doesn't he? Because he's been on the slide for the last few weeks. Last week, incredible, that brilliant performance against Van Gerwen, which eventually earned him nothing, but then he was very poor against Barney, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. I mean, he missed a 1-2-1 on the ball against Michael early on, and then missed that 1-4-4. And that could have turned the game around and got at least a point. But then, like you said, he didn't turn up against Barney. Kind of made it very easy for Barney to get that win, which we don't see in James Wade very often. He's normally very solid. You might not see, 105, 106 average all the times out of him. They're very short on the list, but he's always a solid player.
60.
He's going to have to up it, because Phil Taylor played extremely well last week, over the 105 average, and that was Taylor at his best, to be quite honest. Looked really comfortable, didn't he?
Did, yeah.
60.
Yeah, Adrian Lewis there with his 5th 9-darter. As I mentioned, Phil Taylor over the years has been the man. He's had 11 televised 9-dart finishes, including the live one, the Holy Grail 9-darter in 2002 at the match play. He leaves 61 here after a dozen darts, and he'll expect to clean that up and take the opening leg. And what's a very important game at the top of the table. Phil Taylor starting the night in 4th spot, looking to cement it. Double 16 for the opener. Well, will be back.
Yeah, he's probably happy he missed it on the outside. However, James Wade will put some pressure on here. May go for the 180, just to liven the crowd up.
145.
So back to the double 16 for Taylor. That's his first leg. 16 dart leg. He'll take that every day of the week. Just going back to Adrian Lewis's 9-darter. Just before you interviewed him, Rod, just said congratulations to him. He said, do you know what? It's down to not doing too many exhibitions. It's playing the tournaments, and I'm getting my edge back. It's sharpening me up again. Interesting comment.
Indeed. And always a great thrill to see a great sportsman so obviously thrilled himself. Adrian absolutely elated, buzzing. He'll have a very good evening when he leaves the Echo Arena here in Liverpool. You can find him in a hostelry. He may well be so excited he'll buy you a drink.
I think it was worth 15,000, or a share of 15,000. The Premier League isn't finished yet.
140.
Quite expecting another one before the finals. It's so surprising we don't see a lot more quality. When we're seeing 100 averages from most players all the time, it's just ironic that we're not getting them.
And what we're getting here is a Phil Taylor surge. And a good time in the second leg against the throw here. As I mentioned, Wade had been on a pretty ordinary run since beating Yellow Class in week 7, lost to Van Gerwen twice and Barney twice.
133.
It's not kind to him, you may say, but it's still 4 straight losses. And half a dozen darts at this for Phil Taylor. He'll need to go for it, even if he hits the treble. Oh, now. Could make a difference, that, Rob.
It certainly could. I like the bullseye shot there myself. And if he hits the bullseye, I realise he wants 32. He's still going to get 3 darts in the double, 2 if he wants to split it. But the best bet is coming back and hits the 25. He comes back with 59, guarantees him 2 darts in the double instead of 1. In this sort of situation, that extra percentage on doubles makes an awful lot of difference. However, double 12 will wrap this game up. 14 dart leg to break James Wade's throw. And Taylor looking very comfortable. Just a smidgen over the 100 average.
Yeah, solid start. Haven't seen too many ton plus averages from the power in this year's Premier League. 2 so far, but I think perhaps significantly 105.87 last week against Barney, his best of the tournament. Maybe just finding some of his best form as we move towards the important weeks at the end of the qualification phase, and then he hopes the finals.
140.
Third and fourth position. Yeah, you've got Lewis, Anderson, Taylor, Barney. I think Michael Van Gerwen is a shoe-in. Peter Wright ain't far off, especially if he wins
95.
his last match. But he's very close here. I really don't think that Chisholm and Wade are here. I don't think they can make it yet. Although there's plenty of games, we realise that.
140.
It's a big task.
Well, he's going to leave a Taylor, a 166. He needed to be moving away from the 20s after the opening dart.
Yeah, we see him do it so many times, don't we? These bogey numbers.
Well, here's a case in point, Rod. He could easily have left 164, couldn't he? A 167, which would have been a finish.
I think he doesn't even look at the board. It's nothing to do with this counter. He just doesn't look at the board. He just tries to pound that treble 20 and just waits for the call to tell him he needs a check out, and then that 20 goes for it. That's literally what he does, I think.
Little down.
So you require 66.
A choice of shots. Treble 10 was the other. And the alternative of bull. Double 16. For 3-0, and he's right on the inside wire.
64.
Treble 8 for Wade will be the target. Tops the target. Important dart. Lovely dart.
On the third leg, James Wade.
Yeah, doesn't miss those too often.
Game on.
A chance gone for Phil Taylor. That was the break back. So James Wade now needs to just up his scoring a bit. 92 average, 3 ton 40s, 4 tons. He knows that Taylor
60.
will find an extra gear for 2 or 3 legs at least before the end of the match, and he's going to have to handle with that.
$59.
An interesting match, the last one. Peter Wright against Gary Anderson. Gary Anderson needs that win a little bit more than Peter Wright.
81.
Well, they both drew earlier. Anderson relying on missed match darts by Dave Chisnell, and Wright himself missing a match dart
60
in his draw with Van Gerwen.
Yeah, I certainly think the Wright was more happy with his draw than what Gary Anderson was. But as we said at the top of the show, you know, Wade and Chisnell, they're still brilliant players. They're going to nick points and stop people getting in those playoffs. Really getting the bounce out of his darts there and bouncing them in the treble 20. You'd expect a 140 from that first dart, as you would expect a 140 from that first dart from Wade.
100. $137.
Which is what James Wade needs. That leaves double 10.
170.
Well, that, if he was going to miss, was the right place to miss it, because he'll come back for 3 of his favourite double 10.
Yes, you're exactly right. You see Dave Chisnell.
James
A bit
Wade
of a mistake not busting. So he would have gone back to the double 10. But James Wade just moves to the left. That opens the target up. He just clips it in. 2 legs apiece.
Mid-leg, it's Phil to throw first.
One dart at double 16 for a 3-0 lead. And now he finds himself in a level pegging.
Yes, he'll be frustrated. As you said, he had a chance to go 3 up. Didn't take it. Wade not only won the third leg, he has taken the fourth as well.
60.
Well, Wade did the early thing in this Premier League by putting points on the board very quickly that
44.
pushed him away from elimination. But he hasn't really done anything since. As we said earlier on, he managed to find some winning ways. It's ironic, the 2 matches he lost against Van Gerwen.
60.
In both of those matches, the first one he missed 3 darts at bullseyes, which would have changed the game around. And last week, the 1-2-1, as I mentioned earlier, he missed that, which would have changed the game around. So he just needs to have a little bit of luck with the bullseye. When you put it on the wire, it's millimetres.
Well, to leave 82 and a leg that is at Phil Taylor's mercy here.
$100. 82.
Ideal, so 2 darts at double 16. And he's back in front. As easily as that.
So it's James to throw first.
So the mini revival from Wade is stalled.
99.
Yeah, James needs to be a little bit careful. His average is not very good at the moment, which means his scoring power is just not there. And if Phil Taylor can just up his game a little bit, then he could start to run away with it, get a bit of daylight between him and Wade. So time for Wade to focus, get that first dart. He's going to miss above it, not below.
Well, yet to see a maximum since the World Championship amongst the Premier League players. These two are bottom of the pile for maximums, with 51 for Wade and 55 for Taylor. Harry Anderson leads the way with 138 since the end of the World Championship. He's played a few more than Dave Chisnell, who's not far, a few more legs than Dave Chisnell, who's not far behind him, but he smashed in 8 tonight, did he, Chizzy, from memory?
Yes, he did. It's ironic that Chisnell, in any 180 count, he's always up there in the top 3, if not the leading. However, he just doesn't go on to win the tournaments. It's just the setting up of those odd doubles, like this evening. A chance to beat Gary Anderson, and I know he got out of jail to go the 6-5 up. Anderson missed darts with the double himself and let Chizzy in, but he's just closing the legs out under pressure.
99.
And the demons
James Wade, 106.
between the ears. This is where James Wade is normally very good. Double 13.
Game's on the 6th leg.
Oh, they call him the machine.
7 leg is Phil to throw first. Game on.
He can be relied upon more than most in that kind of finishing range. The low hundreds. Now the opening salvo, just 60 from Phil Taylor. Chance for Wade.
$60. $137.
It's a better visit. After last week, Taylor looked so good, didn't he? He looked focused. darts were pitching him when he was missing. They were missing in the right areas to be able to bounce and get only a big scores.
140.
This evening, they're just not going at the moment for both players.
Will you require 164?
Do you know what I don't understand with there? I don't think he would have gone for the bullseye if he'd have hit the 54. And that first dart was such a plumb dart with the way Phil froze. Just thought he could have set that up, because if Wade hits a 140, he got let off there a bit. Because he could have easily lost a leg that he was in total command with.
Double 8 then. Well, James Wade has never been in front in the match.
141.
Here's a long shot to take the lead.
Will you require 8?
Double 4 for Phil Taylor to go in front once more.
Game shot on the 7th.
Well, he led 2-0. He led 3-2. He now leads 4-3.
Can this be the first maximum?
140.
A few 140s. I was talking earlier on that these two never hit too many 180s, but they are kings of the 140s. That's where they get their power scoring. That's where they do all the damage.
140.
Of course, Phil Taylor's darts being as big as what they are, there isn't that much room for 3.
Well, that was his 8th score of 140 plus
60
in this match. And now he's got an opening off the back of it with Wade going trebleless.
Well, that is the perfect dart.
Must put one there. He has.
140.
So consecutive ton 40s opening the door for Phil Taylor in the 8th leg.
But you see, Wade, he's just going up on his toes when he's letting go of that dart. That causes it to go low. He needs to just stand still, just let the arm do all the action.
125.
He needs to set this up. He needs a treble 20 here, probably look at the 25. There you can see him just pitching up on his left toes. He's just
96.
losing a little bit of rhythm. However, Phil Taylor now.
Double 8 for 2-leg lead at 5-3.
Gets on the 8th leg.
It's a very good leg. It was cleaned up in a dozen darts. Gets the throw. Taylor's best of the match. The best of the match. Now he has the darts to go 6-3 up. Guarantee himself at least 1 point. He's starting to find the pitch of the first dart, isn't he, Rod? And from there, everything can follow.
140.
Yes, it's not only in the treble, it's in the bottom of the treble, which is where Phil Taylor has got to put that dart. And like James Wade, he needs to pitch it up in the treble, which he's done exactly there.
140.
This is where Phil Taylor of old would have just taken James Wade right out of the equation from a 12 dart leg to get the 2 legs clear.
137.
And guaranteed point on the board. Again, perfect first dart from Wade.
100.
And with Barney losing, Phil Taylor can leapfrog his great rival in the table if he can convert this 5-3 lead into a victory.
60.
Really does look like a 6-way fight now for the 4 qualification places. Loose start from Phil Taylor. Very loose.
78.
Well, relief. The third dart so important, wasn't it?
Yeah, could see a little bit of frustration in Phil's face there. He couldn't believe that that first dart had gone that wild.
140.
We have seen that quite a bit this year from him. 46, double 16 for guaranteed 1 point on the board. Needs to move. No, he's not moving. He's staying there.
30.
Thought he might have moved just across to the right to open up the double a little bit.
Well, double 18. Thought he'd go treble 7 for tops.
25.
Well, they weren't far away, but he might wish he had gone treble 7 for tops, his old route. Phil Taylor has 3 in the hand. Double 4, having to switch. 4 darts missed at double here in this leg. 5 rushed.
And those last 2, we have to say, were a long way off for Phil Taylor. And he has opened the door for Wade there. Don't underpitch this and split it.
On the 9th leg, James Wade.
He's nicked the leg, and the right smile on Phil Taylor's face says it all. And a nick there from James Wade.
$140.
Well, Phil Taylor won't need us to tell him that should have been 6-3. He's in control of that leg. And now, bringing the draw very much back into the equation, because the match back on throw here. Another on top of that might make the difference.
136.
James Wade's doing what he does best. He's just hanging in there, isn't he?
60.
And what can happen then is all of a sudden it just puts a little spurt together, wins 2 legs, and all of a sudden you're the one who's in trouble. And then we see that really wild dart from Phil Taylor again.
80.
Well, the lead is wiped out by that 1 dart. And now Wade kicking on.
140.
To leave one of those finishes. We've seen a 106 from James Wade in this match. A 2 treble visit would probably just about make Taylor favourite for the leg. Anything less than that, and Wade will be favourite.
He's got to go 25 now. Oh, he's missed that
42.
as well. We'll let him shine on 20, so James Wade possibly got 6 darts from here. 57, treble 19 leaves double 12 to level this match up at 5 legs apiece.
77. Earlier require 143.
Well, this would be top draw at this stage of the leg. Treble 17 leaves double 16. It's not going to happen.
102. Change required 20.
Double 12 for a level game at 5 apiece. Double 6 now then. Level
It's on the
game.
10th leg. James Wade. The leg is Phil to throw first.
Now this is where Phil Taylor's got to be very careful. As we said earlier on, James Wade's just been hanging in there. Phil's let him off, certainly in one of the legs. If he just like James Wade to throw a 12 darter himself, get control, and end up with the win.
136.
He's got to be strong, Phil Taylor.
The first maximum of the match. Wade had 4 ducks in terms of maximums in the Premier League so far this year. He's not going to have a duck tonight. Most importantly, he's given himself a real chance of taking a lead for the first time in this match.
Needs to follow it up though. Oh, he's going to. Another treble gives him the throw.
96.
Keeps him in there, Phil Taylor. Possibly 9 darts from 269. It's not a time to miscount if he hits a treble now. Well, on treble, so that does not matter.
95.
A 140, that's what James Wade's looking for. Perhaps go 25.
$105.
Shanghai on 20s, and we know how good James Wade is at those sort of checkouts. Phil Taylor, all he can do is sit back and hope.
134.
To leave tops, super setup. Will it matter? Will it count? Not if Wade can find the single. And the double. Oh, that's an eye-opening finish for sure. And James Wade, from 5-3 down, Rod has won 3 straight legs to lead 6-5.
And there's your 12 dart leg. Been hanging in there. We see it so often, especially Wadey. He hangs in there, doesn't give up, nicks legs here and there. You can see Phil Taylor just going, I cannot believe. If he had them darts at a double to get the 1 point on the board. And since then, he just lost his concentration, lost his way.
Well, there's a common sense use of bull, or out of bull as it turned out, to leave 120, wasn't it, Rod? And then a superb execution of the finish.
134.
And now look at him. Well, typical Wade, he is wading tonight. Wading his way to a win.
He's going to get 9 darts from here. Need the 6.
140.
You have to say he's been pretty mediocre for Wade up until the last 2 legs when he's absolutely hit everything. Oh, for the match, at least the treble 17 will leave him the double 18. There's the 1.
On the wire, in the bed, and James Wade has run 4 consecutive legs off against Phil the Power Taylor to turn a 5-3 deficit into a priceless 7-5 success, and that keeps him in the hunt for semi-final qualification. The power beaten in Liverpool as Wade wins 7-5.
Put your back into it. They'll say you won't come home. Put your back into it. Don't want just run, get some. Put your back into it. They'll say you won't come home. Put your back into it. Don't want just run, get some. Put your back into it.
Taylor smiling, but not for long. Wade 5-3 down. Kept his cool. And closed out a 7-5 victory. Taylor beaten 7-5 by the machine, James Wade. And coming next, Peter Snakebite Wright against the Flying Scotsman Gary Anderson. James Wade keeping his hopes alive just with 10 points. Phil Taylor 13 points from 11 matches played. Rod Harrington's here. Rod, what did you make of that performance?
The greatest year of his life.